What's happening, people? Welcome to another edition of the Giants Guys. However, this is a special edition of the Rush Rumble. We got Mikey Fresh in one corner. I got Zane Payne in the other corner. And this is the first edition of 2022 of the Rush Rumble. Here's the rules, gentlemen. You each will have 2 minutes. Not one, 2 minutes on the clock. I'm going to give you each a category. You're going to argue why the category I give you is better than the other category. Okay, does that make sense?
Absolutely.
All right, so we're rumbling. All right. The New York Giants have, gentlemen, as you know, have hired a new GM. Whoa, here we go. Joe Schoen is in the building. We're going to do, let me think, rock, paper, scissors on who goes first. So let's get that going. You ready?
Ooh.
All right, best of three. Here we go. All right,
Ready?
Ready?
Rock.
All right, ready?
Ready? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
That's one for Fresh.
Ready? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Ooh, that's a tie. Right? 2 rocks.
Yep.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
That's one for me. Here we go.
Here, rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
I won 2 out of 3.
Right, Fresh goes first. Fresh will go first in the Rumble. Gentlemen, here is your categories. Joe Schoen is in the building already interviewing head coaches. 48 hours later, and Leslie Frazier, defensive coordinator for the Buffalo Bills, and offensive coordinator Brian Daboll, have been in the building. Fresh, you are Leslie Frazier. Zane, you are Brian Daboll. You're each going to get to argue who you want as your head coach. I am going to get 2 minutes on the clock, and we're going to start off with a little.
Does my so me winning rock, paper, scissor
Only let you to argue first.
Okay, but I still have to be the person who you designate I'm being.
You're gonna, I'm gonna give the floor to you, and you're gonna argue why Leslie Frazier is going to be a great head coach. Let me get the time ready to roll.
What if I won the coin toss and I want to defer and I want to go second?
You can't defer.
Okay, all right.
Can't defer. Here we go. First edition of Rock, Paper, Scissors is about to start. Rock, Paper, Scissors, about the Rush Rumble. And I'm going to have some fun with this because, guys, you got to admit, it's pretty cool on, the fact that we've got a new GM. That's something to be excited about.
Yeah.
I totally agree. It's like it's like Christmas morning, right?
It's a new day. It's got to be a good new day.
All right, so let's see here. All right, getting my stopwatch ready. And gentlemen, any thought to Peters? I kind of felt bad for him. He was going to be a good candidate.
Yeah, it looked like Schoen was the favorite going in, and it looks like they were impressed with all the candidates and polls, and Peters did a very good job as well. But Schoen also was a very qualified candidate that has probably the most experience out of all of them. So,
well, here we go. Rush Rumble is about to start. Fresh, you are on the clock with Leslie Frazier.
Awesome. So Leslie Frazier was a head coach once before. And we all know that a large majority of coaches in the NFL have success in their second stint. Bill Belichick didn't have success in Cleveland. He became a great head coach with New England. Tom Coughlin had some success with Jacksonville, but didn't really become a Hall of Fame coach until he was with the Giants, his second job. Josh McDaniels failed in his first head coaching job. Now he's looking for his second time around. So there's a long list of coaches that it took them the first time. Joe Judge just got fired. Being a head coach for the first time There are things that come across your desk that you can't really plan for or anticipate. And the job is more of a CEO and leader position. So because Frazier has been a head coach and can take that and learn from that, I like that. Also, he's a good leader that the players respond to. Now, everybody's going to say, well, Brian Daboll, it's exciting because his offensive prowess.
Oh, don't
Well,
talk about my guy. Talk about your guy.
Yeah, but while I'm saying it's fantastic that he has that offensive prowess, remember, you're going to have to hire a great coordinator and a great quarterbacks coach regardless. You really want the head coach to be more of a CEO. And I think Frazier has done that and has had more of a track record in being a leader that players respond to. We're not talking about schematics as a head coach. We're talking about a leader of men and a CEO and an administration position. Ben McAdoo was a phenomenal offensive coordinator for us for 2 years, and Eli thrived later in his career. Then Ben McAdoo became the head coach. Just because he's an offensive mind did not translate
15 seconds.
Him as a head coach into his offense doing well. They had a bad offense when he was the head coach, went 11-5 and made the playoffs because of the defense. The point I'm trying to make is Leslie Frazier, because of the CEO and the ability to oversee everything, and it's his second stint, so he'll learn from what he did not do correct in his first time around.
Woo! Not bad. Not bad at all for the first Rumble. But guess what? Guess what? There is what we would call another side to this, and that is Zane's got to come in here with 2 minutes and give me why Daboll. Look, and I think they're both qualified. It's going to be really interesting. But I like doing this. Zane, you're on the clock.
Here we go. New coach, right? We talked about experience. We talked about Frazier. Great candidate. Good luck to him, right? But guess what? Don't want a defensive guy. Don't want a failed head coach. First time, second time, third time. Don't want failed guys. This is the era of first timers succeeding. And what is it that they all happen to be and have in common? Offensive coordinators. Sean McVay, Kyle Shanahan, LaFleur, all offensive guys catapulting up the league. Brian's done a great job in Buffalo. He's been a part of Josh Allen's rise. Now, when Josh Allen was being scouted and drafted, nobody had him as a first quarterback. Nobody had him as a second quarterback. Matter of fact, when Buffalo took him, he was a project. Can he really play? Can he make the accurate throws? His growth has gone from, is he going to last, to he's an MVP. That is where he's gone, right? You can develop that. Brian helps develop that. The past 2 years, Buffalo's offense, third and third, 29.9 points, 29.4 points. Man knows how to orchestrate, man knows how to delegate. Another connection, Joe Schoen. Guys who come in are going to be guys he already knows, already has helped improve, already won. Now, Frazier's worked with him, but again, to me, Frazier is a defensive guy, and right now a defensive guy isn't what we need. Success is coming from the offense in an offensive era. Brian Daboll's done a good job as an offensive coordinator wherever he's gone. He's had failed experiences before. He's learned, he's moved on. He succeeded under Nick Saban in Alabama, which got him hot enough to get to Buffalo. He was the coordinator with Buffalo 4 out of 5 years. I think the connection with Shane, the offense, the way it's gone, his rise with Josh Allen, the entire offense, not just Josh Allen, but everything around him is what's going to lead him here. And as a first timer, I think they'll take the chance. And again, what did Joe Schoen say? I want an individual that I can move lockstep with. Somebody who's on the same page with me. That familiarity is going to come in. And before I let off and let you know, just like Muhammad Ali says for Frazier, down goes Frazier.
Very good. Very good. All right. Couple quick points on what I just heard.
Can we each get 30 seconds or no?
You want to?
This is it. The Rumble's over, baby.
Yeah, the Rumble's over.
All right, cool,
Down
cool,
goes
cool.
Frazier.
Rumble's
Cool.
over. So here's what I got out of that 4 minutes. One is I love the fact that Leslie Frazier is not only is he respected, but it's not his first rodeo. Okay, so he's gonna be able to not make that first year head coach mistake that a lot of guys may make. So I love that CEO type of tag that Fresh put on him. I also like the fact that the players already know that he knows what he's doing because he was a former head coach. So he's going to get a lot of instant respect in the building, right? Lastly, what I liked about what Fresh said was if you look at the track record, there's a lot of fantastic coaches that just fail their first time out because of a lot of reasons, whether they're not ready or they hired the wrong coordinators or they were in a city who didn't have a, great cap room or,
bad
they
situation.
had bad situation. Yeah. So, but it is true that a lot of really good coaches do well their second time around on a different team. However, when I think the number one thing that sticks with me about Zane's approach, and I wrote some notes here, is because Frazier's a DC, defensive coordinator, and Dable being offensive coordinator, I almost feel that when the Giants hire an offensive coordinator, he can lean on the head coach for experience and tactical, what tactics to use and what strategy to roll out. So let's say, whoever is the offensive coordinator, he's going to be able to go to the head coach and go, what do you think? I've got two offensive minds in the building. I think what we know is the Giants defense, when they're not riddled with injuries, the Giants defense is a fairly good defense. They went from 30 to 9, and now they're back to 30. A lot of that has to do with we know it has a lot to do with lack of pass rush, but it has a lot to do with a lot of injuries too. So my feeling is this, is that Leslie Frazier as the head coach, he's still, on an island. He's not going to be, have anyone to, the new defensive coordinator, how much better are they going to make this defense, right? They're going to be able to lean on each other, but the defense is already humming along. Okay. They're definitely what keeps us in games. Our offense is horrendous. So if an offensive coordinator is having trouble, he's going to be able to go to Dable and go, what'd you do in Buffalo? Do you think this can work? Is this the right strategy to take? And I think that because the Giants are okay on defense, they're not taking on water, okay? Where on the other side of the fence, not only are we, as the offense, taking on water, they're already sunk. It's already at the bottom of the ocean, right? That ship. So this first Rush Rumble is going to Zane. Now, there'll be a rematch throughout the season. Thanks for tuning in to the very first Rush Rumble. We'll work the kinks out, but we're going to be doing this maybe a couple times a week, but at least once a week. Check out new topics every week. We got The Truth is going to be in here. We got John Esposito is going to be in here. And of course, Spartan Mike will be in here. Thanks for tuning in. Peace.